Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
So I Married an Axe Murderer, a comedy on the cutting edge. Mike Myers is hilarious. The freshest, funniest film of the summer. Wacky and wonderful.
Somebody needs a hug.
It's side-splitting summer fun.
Stick a needle in your...
Mike Myers, So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Call me.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
I think my favorite part about old trailers is in the background. There's just a guy going, and it's just constant
VHS tape
just
hiss.
hissing. Yeah.
Well, dude, all these TV spots that I get, Movie Life Crisis, season 3, episode 7. How do we already get to episode 7? These are always digitized from VHS because I don't think anyone saved these TV. Like the trailers, the studios actually saved. You can get them on the DVDs, but the TV spots that I get for our intro, it's always like someone had taped this movie and they ended up with a TV spot and they uploaded it.
Yeah. They were taping The Simpsons and had a Morris Bart commercial and a TV spot for So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah, and if I cared more / had more time, maybe I would try and edit that and filter it and make it sound better, but I don't.
Dude, I kind of like it though. It reminds me of how the sound was. I can remember watching like VHS tapes and cranking it up in surround sound. And when it's a quiet part here and I mean, maybe I had the wrong surround sound.
And then adjusting the tracking.
Oh, yeah. I love the tracking.
Yes, So I Married an Axe Murderer. I liked in that trailer when one of the adjectives they used to describe this movie was wacky, because I think that's a good one, because I don't think I'm into wacky humor, and that seemed like there was a lot of, I also had in my notes zany. I think wacky and zany are too good.
Those are two, the word I used was offbeat.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too. I like that.
I don't know. There's something about Mike Myers' brand of comedy that is always wacky, zany, witty, and offbeat.
I knew that I liked parts of this movie more than I liked the movie. I knew that I was going to come out of it being like, the movie was fine, but there's still a lot of quotes that I'm going to use.
Right.
But I really like I really like Austin Powers.
You don't like Shrek?
No, I do. I do love Shrek, but that's not that that's not Mike Myers, because it is. But I like Eddie Murphy.
But the Mike Myers in this movie is basically Shrek, like when he plays his dad.
Well, I had him as a fat bastard.
Yeah. Same thing. Right.
Yeah. No. Shrek is phenomenal, and Austin Powers is phenomenal. Wayne's World is good. This is fine.
We're working our way to Captain Ron territory.
No. We're quite a bit better than Captain Ron.
This is. I would agree with you. This is better than Captain Ron.
All right. Cool. That's good. That's good that you put it there.
I'm shaking my head, by the way, if you didn't see that.
For people on the audio side of things, that's everyone.
Right, dude, that Captain Ron is a masterpiece. We've discussed it before.
Yes, we have. Dude, first of all, before we get into this, our Sister Act 2 episode was the biggest episode we've ever had. So welcome anyone new who listened to Sister Act 2 and then
absolutely
listen
that's
to
awesome.
Other stuff. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for listening to only Sister Act. If you did that, although you won't hear this thank you in that case, so never mind. I retract it.
then you wouldn't even hear this, but that's all right.
Yeah, and like not surprisingly, because Mervin and Ryan gave us incredible behind the scenes stories from that movie, which we already loved, and now we love even more.
If you haven't listened to it and you're listening to this one, you should go back and hear Sister Act. It's fantastic.
It really is. I can't imagine anyone clicked on So I Married an Axe Murderer and didn't listen to Sister Act 2, but I suppose it's possible.
There's definitely people.
Also, by the way, the full interview we did with Mervin, Warren, the composer, and the arranger for the choir parts, and Ryan Toby, Amal from the movie Sister Act 2, their full interview is on Patreon. We had to cut about half of it for time. So all the stories that they told us that you have not heard is out on Patreon. Our lowest Patreon tier is $5 a month. You get all the bonus content.
It's so good too. We talked about more than just Sister Act there.
Mervin
They've lived a fantastic life.
Yeah, Mervin talked about working with Quincy Jones. Ryan talked about writing Miami for Will Smith and like a whole bunch of songwriting stuff.
Working on Usher's new album, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fantastic. And if we thought there was an appetite for 2-hour episodes with hour-long interviews in the middle of it, we would have kept more of that, but I just don't know that there is.
Yeah, I like this method. This is good.
I do too. Yeah, I like it. That way Patreons get a little something extra, and then we can keep our episodes at the length that we like. Also, Merv listened to the episode and emailed us and said that he wished that he had stayed for Ryan's whole interview because Ryan told the story about him and Lauryn Hill doing donuts and he fell out of the car and he hurt his ankle. And Mervin said he remembered that Bill Dukes, the director, told all of the cast the first day of filming, whatever you do, make sure that you don't get injured or do anything to yourself that would prevent you from being able to film. He's like, that was his day one speech. And I wish that I would have been there when Ryan said that they went in, acted like dumb kids.
Just don't do anything stupid. And of course, they did something stupid. They're kids.
Because they're teenagers. Yeah, and that's what teenagers do.
Right.
But I love that he listened and had that story to add on to it. And so I want to share that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And speaking of the $5 a month Patreon bonus content, I wanted to tell, probably no one cares about this, but you might, Jeff, between our monthly supporters and a donation from Nurse Nat, we are actually cash flow positive, I think, for the first time ever on the podcast.
Nice. Nurse Nat, that is my mother-in-law. That's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining Patreon and supporting the arts.
Yeah, supporting the arts for less than the cost of a small coffee. You can support. Jeff and I don't take any money for this, obviously, because there isn't any, but we do have to pay for podcast hosting, web hosting, and equipment and stuff like that. So everything that we don't have to pay for ourselves, that's great. And we didn't have to pay for the podcast this month. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's amazing. People are supporting the arts.
Yeah. Thanks so much to our Patreon monthly supporters and folks who donate. Also, because we have new people, we should tell you that you can, if you either donate $100 once or join Patreon for a year, you can force us to watch a movie that we were not going to watch. So that opportunity is still out there.
Which, again, if you're new, you don't know this, but I'm a teacher, and their kids last year, was it last year? Mm-hmm. That were going to pool money and try to make us watch something really horrible. I kind of welcome that. Bring it.
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
All right. So I married an axe murderer. I don't know. Give us a synopsis, man. Let's just get into it.
So this is an AI synopsis. I tried to truncate it, make it a little more concise. So I Married an Axe Murderer was a 1993 romantic comedy. Is it a romantic comedy? Do you feel like it is?
I think it's a dark romantic comedy.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Let's do that. A 1993 dark romantic comedy starring Mike Myers and Nancy Travis, or as I like to call her, Great Value Andy McDowell. The movie follows the story of Charlie Mackenzie, a commitment-phobic poet who becomes convinced that his new girlfriend may actually be a notorious axe murderer. It's a mix of comedy, suspense, and romance. Charlie tries to uncover the truth about his girlfriend's past.
I don't know what genre this thing was supposed to be. I felt like Mike Myers was on SNL, and then he did Wayne's World, which was a huge movie. And then this was his opportunity to like be a regular movie star. And then it's like, well, it needs to be funny, but he's also kind of weird. And he co-wrote the script.
Right.
It was existing. Yeah. When he got attached to the project, he rewrote the script. So it's like, oh, it's going to be weird. It's going to be kind of dark. It's going to be kind of funny, but also kind of romantic. I think this was his like attempt to be a leading man. And I think it just didn't work.
Right. I don't think romantic comedy is his wheelhouse, but
no.
I think you can have like small pieces of romance in your comedy movie. But it's got to mostly be comedy.
Well, that's why genre distinctions are stupid. Like the romantic comedies that I like are also funny, and the like comedies that I like also have romance. And a comedy can also have people being sad at one point. Like they can also have a car chase, and it can still be funny. Like it just
yes.
Why do we have to? I hate that.
Yeah, it's hard to put stuff in boxes. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Dude, the budget, though, when I started looking at those numbers.
Yeah, $20 million budget, gross $11.5 million. So this is
not that good.
Unlike our podcast, this movie did not make money.
Ooh, take that, Mike Myers.
I think he's doing okay. I think he's doing just fine.
He's probably fine.
Yeah.
It didn't make any money. That's, I could see that, though.
I don't know how you market this because the cast is incredible, but it's not an ensemble movie. And half of the people that were in it that we really liked were uncredited, like Alan Arkin.
Cameos. Right.
But yeah, I can see it. It needs to like a quirky indie black comedy needs to be like live on word of mouth. And it's clearly open and people were like, that was okay, which is like how I felt.
Yeah. Right. I wouldn't be mad if I saw it in the theater. But literally, the whole reason I even know this movie exists is because of Biggin, and he would quote it all the time. So, like,
I have a couple of friends who quote this movie heavily, and because of them, I quote it heavily too. But yeah, if I saw it in the theater, I wouldn't be upset. But I also wouldn't leave and tell everyone, "You got to go see this movie, man! It's so great."
Yeah, I'm with you. No awards though. I didn't see any awards at all,
and no sequels or spinoffs. Although this is the movie that like spawned the idea for the Mike Myers Netflix series that came out last year, the Pentavarit.
Yeah, isn't that weird that he was talking about it and now it's a...
I thought that was awesome. And it even says in the like Netflix in the Pentavarit like Wikipedia page, is like the idea came from Mike Myers' improvisations when he was doing So I Married an Axe Murderer in 1993.
So crazy how that worked out.
Yeah.
Well, got to be a thing that he probably talks about all the time, and that's why.
Well, dude, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's like a weird idea that he, like a weird conspiracy theory idea that he had. He's like, yeah, and there's a group of 5 people that control the whole world called the Pentavarit. And then he just had that idea like percolate, and he's like, I guess I'll do something else. Maybe I'll do that Pentavarit thing. That could be fun.
Yeah, and it worked out. Did you watch that Netflix thing? I didn't watch it, but it people liked it apparently. It got good reviews.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out. We'll see. Also, if we're talking about sequels and spinoffs, like you said, like Fat Bastard and like Shrek, all of those, like he was honing in those characters, I think, when he was doing those on SNL and here.
Yeah, I had that in my notes. It's one of the things I actually I don't like this movie necessarily as a film on its own, but for the quotes and for the ability to see the like proto Fat Bastard, proto Shrek stuff start to like come alive for the first time is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. And the fact that he's just vamping a lot of times and making stuff up as he goes on the fly, that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and one thing I will say, it's 90 minutes long. She moves, and like every 5 or 10 minutes, someone comes on screen. And you go, oh, hey, look at that. It's like, that's Michael Richards.
Right. I like that too. Yeah, I was. Plus, it doesn't go very long without a crazy, zany, offbeat Mike Myers bit, and I like that too.
Yeah, that's that not as much zany Mike Myers, not real. Just zany in general. Like when someone's trying real hard to make me laugh, it just makes me not want to laugh. Like his whole, I had it in my worst scenes. I'm like an hour ahead of myself here, but when his whole like butcher shop montage where he's like doing all the bits,
I was like, going to ask you if you like that montage because I know you like a montage, but I know you also don't like ridiculous comedy.
I don't that seemed to me like this guy so desperately wants me to laugh, and that makes me not think it's funny at all. Like he's like sticking a freaking pork arm inside of his shirt, pretending like it's his arm that was cut off, and he's like giggling and like pointing and stuff. I was like, that's so corny, and I don't like it.
Like that's his shtick. It's not a lot of super smart like comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really need to know too much to laugh at Mike Myers jokes. It's him walking out in a towel and giving a girl a hug and his towel falls off. Like,
well, I mean, I guess maybe it's just the type of joke. Like those are just sight gags that I didn't think were particularly clever. And it was like 30 of them in a row. Like you can do that on SNL because no one's going to remember. If a sketch is bad, no one remembers it. And if it's great, people talk about it forever. But when it's in a movie, you only have so many scenes. All of them need to work.
Right. Especially if it's 90 minutes.
Right. And I know the director on this one, like on Wayne's World, had all kind of run-ins with Mike Myers where it's like they wanted to do it a certain way and he wanted to do it a different way. And I don't know who won that, but I do know that
guessing Mike Myers won on this one.
Yeah, definitely won some of them. I don't know if he won all of them, but
because especially that montage, because I was reading that like Great Value Andie MacDowell chopped off the tip of her finger because she was watching him acting a fool in the butcher shop. So I have a feeling like they just like turned on the camera and walked out of the room and he did all the stuff that he did.
It definitely had that feel of like he came up with it on the spot and then they put all of it in the movie.
You just keep whatever's good. All of it then? Okay.
Where are we keeping everything? Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, do you remember when you first saw this movie?
Oh, I definitely do. This is, again, this is a big and special. We went to Walmart, bought this from the 550 bin. Oh, while we were at Walmart, he also bought a 2-liter of Barks Red Cream Soda. Then we went to Popeyes and bought an obscene amount of fried chicken. And then went to my parents' house and literally sat in the living room and watched this movie on DVD. That's like, I can remember him like, getting so excited that I was finally going to watch it. And he's like, we're like walking through friggin' Walmart. And he's like, heed, pants, no. Like he's just yelling it. Cause you know how he was. So he's like yelling it. And that's one of those movies that I only know because of him. It's a big and special, if you will.
I might not have seen this until I think I probably saw it in college or in high school, one of the two. I don't remember, but mainly what I remember is like that, like big and quoting all the lines. And then also my buddy Kyle that I went to college with, I think he loved this. I don't know why. I meant to ask him today. And I didn't get a chance to talk to him. Like, hey, when's the last time he saw this movie? Because in college, he and I would always be like, this is a huge melon. It's like an orange and a toothpick.
Oh man, I was dude. As soon as
Walking about with a giant cranium, gargantuan cranium,
talking like that all day today. I like said something, and some kid was like, "Oh, Mr. Horn, that's kind of harsh." I was like, "Oh, he's gonna cry himself to sleep on his huge pillow."
Cry himself to sleep on his huge pillow.
Dude, I really like it. Being able to quote that and giggle and think about how funny it is. But if I think about the movie as a whole, you're right. It just doesn't live up to my Captain Ron standards of comedy.
No, how could it? I realized that almost all the quotes that I like are from the one scene.
No, I have a couple other ones, but that's a big scene for me.
Because but I know I've said those quotes. I'm going to say conservatively 1,000 times, and this was probably my maybe third viewing of this movie.
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's it. Once you hear somebody start saying like, "It's huge noggin, it's a virtual planetoid," like you hear people saying
its own weather system.
You want to keep saying it too. And Scottish is an accent that a lot of people can do. So I think that's
Heed, move.
Poor Heed. I like it. William. Oh man, you're gonna give the boy a complex. He's gonna cry himself to sleep on his huge pillow.
His huge pillow.
I really, again, I just like talking like that, and those are easy quotes to remember, and it's fun. I like it.
That's super fun, and I got to give the movie credit for that. Any movie that has quotes that I can say a lot 30 years later.
Exactly.
Get some,
that's what I'm saying. That gave it a bump for me also.
Ratings 1 to 10, Chimmy Dogs. No sevens allowed. In honor of you and Biggin buying this in the 550 bin, I gave it 5.5 out of 10. Chimmy Dogs.
Nice. That's awesome.
It didn't feel quite like a 6, but I did like the foreshadowing for Mike Myers' future projects, Fat Bastard, the Pentavarit, Shrek. It's in there, which is cool, and it's got some incredible quotes that are super fun to say.
I'm totally with you. I only gave it a 5, so you're ahead of me, but I thought it had a nice mix of all the stuff that you want: comedy, romance, suspense. It was offbeat, is what I put, and I think it shows that's his like shtick, to just make stuff up and make people giggle on, like, break the scene kind of thing. I like, again, when it's a pork loin coming out of his chest like it's an alien, that's less funny. But the things he does, like, off the cuff, I typically always like.
No, but I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, I think as a director or as a filmmaker, you want Mike Myers or Robin Williams or Jim Carrey or Eddie Murphy to give you 9 million things, and then you're going to find the like 11 that are brilliant and put those in the movie.
Right.
But if you don't have someone who's got the juice or the taste to just grab the brilliant stuff and ditch the only okay stuff, then you have this where you're just throwing shit at a wall and only some of it sticks, and then it's like that drags down everything else.
Right. But
it's like I love Christina Aguilera, but if she doesn't have the right producer, I can tell she's just doing way too much shit. It's like if she had someone awesome in charge of this project, it would be way better. But if you just let her run and do her thing, she's just off. She's gone. It's freaking Robin Williams. Like, you got to rein that in.
Right. All the stuff you read about Mike Myers butting heads with people. How is it a thing where he's like, all right, Krusty, we're ready to roll. What the? And he's already gone. Like, is that a thing? Like, maybe they wanted more takes and maybe get a better one, but they just couldn't do it because...
Yeah, I don't know.
Feeling it?
To me, the question is, how did he get the movies that I love to be so good? I don't know if it's like, because he wrote Austin Powers and he wrote Wayne's World. I mean, he wrote Wayne's World with Saturday Night Live writers, and he wrote this with the people who originally wrote the script, where the character was going to be Jewish. I don't know. I mean, Austin Powers was directed by Jay Roach, who was a really good comedy director. Maybe that was what he needed. I don't know if he had a different executive producer, a different writing partner. I don't know what, or he just like
any of that.
Or it's just 7 years from now, and he just has learned how to dial it back. I don't know, honestly.
In 7 years, we'll be able to do a podcast and answer that question, maybe.
Hopefully. We'll know way more than we do now, I have to assume.
Yeah, hopefully.
By the way, people sometimes get cranky with us if we give these old movies not as good ratings. This is just our personal experience for how we liked this movie. And I also have to point out that Jeff had it 5. I had it 5.5. Rotten Tomatoes has it 53%. We're literally bang on.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know.
So if you love this movie,
I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't look at that because that might sway me.
I don't look at it until I'm done. But then I like to see like, oh, am I being too hard on this? I'll go look at it, and it's like, nope, this is where everyone had this.
Turns out I gave The Pianist a 1.5, and they really liked it.
But yeah, but if this is a 10 out of 10 movie for you, like Captain Ron is for Jeff, then it's totally fine.
I did not give Captain Ron a 10.
No, it was like
gave it an 8.
No, because you don't give 10s. You gave it, yeah.
Yeah, nothing gets a 10.
Let's do the best 3 scenes. First one, obviously, Mike Myers at the family dinner with his parents. The first time we meet his Scottish parents. All the quotes that we've already done, which are all the quotes that I have, are in this scene. Look at the size of that boy's head. It's got a huge melon. It's like an orange and a toothpick. Hid! Move!
Oh, man. The thing I really like about that, too, is the guy that's the detective, that's his friend, that's sitting on the couch.
Anthony LaPaglia.
Yeah.
Great value, Colin Farrell.
Oh, man. We got so many generic actors. Yes, he is... dude, he's laughing at some of those parts, and that's literally him laughing, like, because it's just Mike Myers going to town.
Yeah. So it's Mike Myers is playing his own dad in this, and when Mike Myers came on, it was going to be a Jewish thing, and his rewrite, he made him Scottish, and they had not cast his dad, and when they started doing the table read, Mike Myers just read the dad part, and he was cracking everybody up, obviously, because he's freaking brilliant at that,
right.
And so he just played both parts.
That's
when
awesome.
they split screened it, and he's,
They do a pretty good job. Because
I thought they did a really good job, honestly.
They like intersperse the cuts too, to where it looks like they're both out there. I liked it. I like the way they did that.
Yeah. Well, I like the director that did this, Thomas Schlamme, who works with Aaron Sorkin a lot. But yeah, I thought the split screen
Tommy
stuff was great.
Didn't we talk about him for something else?
Yeah, we talked about him for A Few Good Men because we were talking about Sorkin and the Walk and Talk.
Right. I remember Tommy Schlamme because I thought I accidentally logged into a porn podcast and we didn't. So that was perfect.
Yeah. Just because that joke didn't work the first time doesn't mean we shouldn't bring it around for round 2.
I am just going to keep beating it until that horse is dead.
Yeah, you do that, Schlamme.
Dude,
that Schlamme joke.
By the way, I can remember Biggin saying, I'm not kidding. That boy's head's like Sputnik.
Like Sputnik.
I can remember telling Biggin, like laughing and being like, Sputnik, that shit's funny. And he goes, yeah, what's Sputnik again? And I was like, cool. And then I showed him like a picture. Like, he's like, oh, that's why he's like, it's spherical with quick pointy parts.
But
like
quite pointy and hauling that gargantuan cranium around.
Oh, man. Gargantuan cranium is...
That's a delightful turn of phrase.
Yeah, it's really great way to say that.
Yeah, so that's my first one. Although I do have to point out a pretty glaring mistake in that scene.
Yeah,
which is they're watching Anthony LaPags and Mike Myers playing Mike Myers' dad are watching the soccer. And it's like Scotland versus someone, and he's like
U.S. Yeah,
he's like hurry up, the soccer game's about to start. And I was like, it's not a game, it's a match, and it's not soccer, it's football. So if you really want to be Scottish, now that we know more about soccer. Everyone knows that that's a big mistake.
You know more about soccer. I don't know that I knew. I mean, I knew the things that you just said, but I don't think I would have caught that for sure. Dude, same exact first scene. The scene when he first goes home and him and his friend are hanging out.
Yeah.
Yelling at William. Who is his little brother? Is that?
I think that was his his like 30-year younger little brother.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was a little bit weird. Also, Hid is Averman from Mighty Ducks.
Holy crap! Yeah, he is nice. I never caught that.
What's your next scene?
I only have 2 scenes. The other one is when the captain of the police squad, who is played by Alan Arkin, he gets the guy who's his friend, great value, Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
tells his captain, he's a detective. He's like, I thought it was going to be more like TV. I haven't had to commandeer a car yet. Like, I haven't had to do any of the cool stuff. Yeah. He's like, and you could be meaner. You never come in and go, I'm going to have to answer to my boss. And he's like, I don't have a boss. I answer to a council. And like, he was going through the whole thing. And then the next time you see these two on screen, it's Alan Arkin kicking the door in and yelling at him and pushing him against the wall. He's like, you get your head out of your ass. And he's like telling him all this stuff. And then as soon as he walks out, he slams the door. And then Colin Farrell, great value Colin Farrell, comes back in to see the captain. He's like, that was really good. You did so much better. That was great. I really liked it. That whole shtick where they go back and forth about whether or not he should yell. I like that part. That was my favorite part.
That was like 3 scenes, not 1, so I don't know which one you're picking, but I also really liked that part.
The very first one, when he really yells at him.
That's the weird thing about this movie, right? Is like when the parents interact, when his family interacts, that I love.
Yeah.
And the police subplot where great value Colin Farrell and Alan Arkin, or like Alan Arkin's trying to practice being meaner so that Great Value Colin Farrell gets the real cop experience.
Right.
That subplot I loved. And then the actual bulk of the movie, the romance between Great Value Andy McDowell and Mike Myers, that part I didn't like at all.
Yeah, it could have been better.
So like the B story and the C story, if this was a sitcom, were great. And then the A story, the main thing is like, we need to make that better.
Dude, I think it's because Mike Myers was trying to be funny. And Great Value Andy McDowell played it so weird. Like she was, I don't know, something about the way she played it was weird.
I don't know how to fix this, honestly. I really don't, because it seems like a weird concept. It has to be a dark comedy if you really think you're married to someone who's murdered all of her husbands.
Right.
So I don't know how you fix it. I'm trying to think of an example of a movie like this, like a dark, like a black romantic comedy that was that I really liked, because it may just not be my type of thing.
I don't know that I've seen a black romantic comedy, but like I like dark comedies. I like Very Bad Things. That was my jam. I thought that crap was hysterical. It was so weird, but like this is different from that. I don't know.
I only had 2 scenes also. My second one was the wedding and the reception scene. I think mainly because I just like a Scottish Rites wedding ceremony where everybody's wearing kilts.
Kilts and friggin' bagpipes. Piper is down. I repeat, Piper is down.
Hid. Move.
Why don't you put your pants on? Hid. Pants. No. Oh, man. The wedding was cool. I like that part.
Yeah, I wrote it in my notes, and then when I was typing up my notes the next day, I couldn't even remember why I had written it. I just remember when I first went through, I was like, I kind of like this. Had some stuff that I liked. The music in the whole movie, by the way, is really good. This is a great soundtrack.
Let me tell you. So not only was like it starts off with the Laws, there she go. I love that.
They brought that back like 6 times, which is a little too much for me, but that's a great song.
They did. They kind of ran that one in. They did Spin Doctors, the Two Princes. That's the jam. There was a Toad the Wet Sprocket. Yeah, absolutely. I started looking at the soundtrack and I was like, I need to make a hallway soundtrack that I use for my students of these songs. And dude, I put one together this afternoon that was really like, I listened to it on the way home. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It reminds me of literally like riding in Johnny's truck. It's just a lot of, if you could only see, like those kind of songs.
Yeah. It reminded me of like a Gross Point Blank soundtrack, like a random movie that I just would like.
Is that a dark comedy?
I think.
Is that a dark romantic comedy?
I think it's a dark comedy, but I don't know that you would call it a romantic comedy. But that is a perfect example because that movie is genius and I love it.
Yeah, and it's got Minnie Driver, who
10 years, man, 10 years
is like the Equate version of Andy McDowell, just because she has curly hair. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to do Gross Point Blank. That was.
Yeah, I think we got a ways to go. I think that's like 97 or 98.
What a great movie. Freaking, I don't want to wax intellectual about it. I just want the protein.
Oh, freaking Dan Aykroyd's.
10 years.
10 years. Yeah, I only had 2 scenes. Let's go to characters. Who's your first character?
All right, we're skipping quotes. Got it.
Wait, I didn't went out of order. Sorry, I've already said all the quotes, but yeah, go ahead. What's your first quote?
No, I said a lot of my quotes.
Look
too.
at the size of that boy's head.
There is the part where he does his very first poem. And the way he does his poem, he's like at one of those freaking coffee houses.
Slam poetry.
Yeah, and he's got things. Everybody's like snapping instead of clapping. And he's got the jazz band behind him. And his is called, like, even before he went up there and he's talking to Great Value Colin Farrell. And he's like, I think I'm going to do the one about Jane. He's like, oh, wait. The woman one? The woman one? And he's like, yeah, I think that's the one I'm going to do. And he just gets up there. He's like, woman. Whoa, man. Whoa, man. She was a thief. You got to believe she stole my heart and my cat, Betty, Judy, Josie, all those hot pussy cats. They make me horny Saturday morning. Girl, the cartoon. Like, dude, I want to be Betty's Barney. Hey, Jane, get me off this crazy thing called love. And then he blows out the candle. I've always liked that.
My question for you is he does that, and then the like little jazz trio. There's like a guy with an upright bass and a guy playing the muted trumpet or whatever.
Right. And
like, do they? Yeah. And they're doing it like at the exact right to the beats of his thing. Does he rehearse with those guys?
You got to rehearse. Yeah. I mean, he does the James Brown thing where he points and like stops them and brings them back.
That's what I'm saying. It seemed like it was pretty coordinated, but if that's just the backing band for all of the like beat poets, how do they're not doing that with everybody. Is he
he seems like he's there all the time. That's probably it.
Yeah, I was confused by that because they went back to that bit too a whole bunch, and I was like, are these musicians? Do they get paid for this?
They showed up on the rooftop, so like I think maybe he knows them outside of just doing random poetry like a karaoke bar.
Yeah, and we never did find out what his job is. Like he was at the slam poetry thing. He just like helped her at the butcher shop, but I don't know what he actually did.
I don't know. He had a really nice car. Did you know whose car that was?
Is that Robert Redford's car from
It's Robert
Sneakers?
Redford's car from Sneakers. It's the exact same car.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
I love that.
What a freaking
podcast favorite, Robert Redford.
You know how I love Robert Redford. This is John Voight's pencil. John Voight's teeth box. And then there's another one where it's the first date with him and Great Value, Andy McDowell. Yeah. And he's like, he looks at his watch. He's like, maybe it's late. I'll be honest with you. I had a really great time tonight. And I'd love to kiss you, but I think that if I kiss you, we'll end up kissing on the couch. If we end up kissing on the couch, then chances are we'll be kissing in the bedroom. And if we kiss in the bedroom, then, that's the part I rush into. And I don't think it's a good idea in rushing to spend the night together. And she's like, I want to spend the night together. He's like, I have no problem with that at all. That's the kind of Mike Myers comedy I like.
That was great. But also, to quote Blinken, I heard that coming from a mile away.
A mile away. Yeah, but that's, you can, almost all of Mike Myers jokes like that, they're coming.
Yeah. The delivery's great. My second quote is, hauling that gargantuan cranium around like Sputnik. He cried himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow.
Huge pillow. By the way, because I can only do these quotes yelling, none of my students like them. Like,
and then my third one, hid pants now. I don't know.
It has its own weather system. A virtual planetoid.
The thing that I don't know, maybe someone who listens can tell us. Are any of those quotes funny to anyone else, or are they only funny to us because we had friends who said them a lot growing up?
Dude, they have to be. Like, those are like the top quotes when you look up quotes for this movie. It's got to be. I'm going to look it up.
You have any more quotes? That's all I got.
No, that's the last.
It's literally
that's the last
all
quotes.
All right, right into characters. Obviously, Stuart Mackenzie, Mike Myers playing the dad role.
Yeah, that's who I put.
Is number one. Every quote
Mike
that I
Myers'
liked.
dad. Yeah,
and this is proto fat bastard. This is proto Shrek, and almost everything he says in that accent just cracks me up. And I'm so glad that Mike Myers took that part of this movie. I talk in a Scottish accent, and I'm kind of loud about stuff, and made it into a bunch of other movies.
Yes. Yeah, I had Mike Myers as Stuart Mackenzie as first, and then I had Nancy Travis, Great Value, Andy McDowell as the second one, and I only put her because I couldn't figure out, like, hey, why is she doing it like that? And it made me want to keep watching. And I don't remember her being like she was in the movie. So I put her down because it made me want to keep watching.
Yeah, I liked her. I thought she did a good job. And it is kind of a weird role, I think, because you have to watch the movie thinking until the very end that she might actually be a murderer.
Right.
So she has to play it where it's like she gets weirdly like kind of intense about random stuff. And you're going like, yeah, she might totally be the murderer.
Well, I got to be honest, we're both married. So I think we know that women can get randomly intense about crazy stuff. But I agree. She had to play it like she was going to be the murderer the whole time. Spoiler alert, she's not.
Yeah, she is not, by the way. And dude, I've seen this movie. It's been so long since I saw this that I wasn't 100% sure. I was like, I don't think she's a murderer.
Dude, me too. I was like, who is the murderer now? Because I don't think it's her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah.
My second is Tony, the police officer, played by Anthony LaPaglia.
Nice.
Great Value, Colin Farrell. I really liked that part, and I like that guy. You know who he is, right? He's the store manager from Empire Records.
Right, yeah. No, I definitely knew that.
He's done a bunch of other stuff too.
We're going to do that movie, right?
95.
95. Yeah. Hell yeah, that's close. I'll still be alive.
I know.
I think. I'm with it. Yeah, that's super awesome.
I like that guy. I really like that part. We talked about it. The police like subplot, him and Alan Arkin like trying to give him the like stereotypical movie and TV police experience. He wanted to commandeer a vehicle. He wanted to shoot at people.
Right.
Like he wanted his captain to come in and be like, the commissioner's been chewing my ass out about you, and if the next time you're out of here.
I don't have a commissioner.
Alan Arkin's like, I don't have a I have a committee made up of some appointed, and then it's a quorum, really, is what it is.
Dude, Alan Arkin, he's my third. I put him as my third person because I freaking love Alan Arkin. His delivery is great.
He's also my third. There was none of the other main leads really stood out to me, and he's just delightful.
Yeah. I think about him for America's Sweethearts. You're a leaf floating in the water. Yeah, leaf. Yeah, you got it right. What? Man. So,
I don't care.
So
I don't care. People say I look like you. Not that I look like you. It's just
Can we put the thing up? Just put the thing up. I don't.
And that's when I hit him in the tray with my face.
Is that a romantic comedy?
Yeah, that's definitely a romantic comedy.
It's so good.
It's delightful.
Nobody knows that movie either. Isn't that weird?
And when the year 2000 or 2001 comes around, we're going to have a fun time with it.
But I'm saying, like, you would think Catherine Zeta-Jones, John Cusack, friggin' Julia Roberts, Billy Crystal, Seth Green. You would think, like, people would know that movie. There's so many people that have never heard of it.
No, and I think at the rate we're going now, I don't think we'll be able to get Julia Roberts necessarily, but we might be able to get John Cusack to talk about that movie.
If you had to tell
7
me,
years,
I can choose to have John Cusack on the podcast over. I pick him over Julia Roberts every time.
Easily.
He's not going to talk to us, by the way. But
no, 7 years. We can do it. 10 years, man.
10 years.
Think how many John Cusack movies we'll have praised by the time that we'll have High Fidelity by then. We'll have Grosse Point Blank by then. He'll definitely come talk to us.
High Fidelity. I forgot about High Fidelity. I need to go watch John Cusack movies this week off. That's Alan Arkin's my third.
Yeah, bonus for Matt Doherty as William Heed Mackenzie, also known to us as Les Averman from the Mighty Ducks. He didn't really have a lot of opportunities to do great stuff in this movie, but I just liked that we had the Mighty Ducks connection. So
he played that big, huge Scottish fro pretty nice, though.
Gargantuan cranium.
Is this where we name the other people that we saw?
You want to throw down some of the extra people we saw walking around?
Yeah. So Phil Hartman gave the tour of Alcatraz. And his name was Vicky. Kramer, Michael Richards. Mike Haggerty, who we talked about, who just died last year. He was the other guy writing the obituaries. The pilot, you saw the pilot was Stephen Wright.
Yep, Stephen Wright.
That guy cracks me up. And then Charles Grodin. He's the driver of the car that gets commandeered.
When he tried to commandeer the car.
I like all those people. Did I miss anybody that you saw?
I was trying to look. That may have been.
Those are all the people I wrote down.
There were some other people, like the guy who played the concierge. I recognized him from stuff like Ally McBeal.
Oh, the guy from the concierge.
Greg Gurman.
That's Greg something. What is it?
Yeah, Greg Gurman.
Yeah, he's on like
NCIS, like Special Victims Unit.
He was in IQ and like freaking.
Yeah, he was in IQ, Clear and Present Danger, Sweet November.
He was in something else that I saw.
He was in
recently.
Sandlot 2.
No.
He's in Talladega Nights. Yeah, he's in that.
Yeah, he's in that. No, he's what's the movie with Tim Allen and the mom from Modern Family? And she's the blonde. Joe somebody. He's in that.
Yeah.
I saw that recently. Dude, I forgot about him. What's his last name? Greg what?
Greg Gurman.
All right, I got it. Locked in. I like that dude.
There were a bunch of like kind of bit parts, cameos. Yeah, people wandering through scenes. You're like, oh my God, that guy. That person's in here doing this.
I like when they do that. And those are just people that want to work with Mike Myers, I think. So that's cool.
Pretty much like Mike Myers said, like, hey, why don't you come on and do this one little bit? Charles Grodin's like, I'll be the guy who doesn't want his car to be commandeered. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And Stephen Wright's like, I'll be the pilot.
Didn't he? There's some other movie that Charles Grodin's in that's in this year. Beethoven, maybe?
Beethoven.
2?
I don't think we didn't do Beethoven, but I liked that movie when I was a kid.
When I was a kid, yeah. I don't think we need to do it, though.
No, I don't know that I would
and
enjoy
I think
going back
is
to
this
it
year,
now.
so we don't need to do that.
No.
Cool. Writer-directors?
Yeah, so the director, Thomas Schlamme, is someone that I really know for his TV work because he's done a lot of stuff with Aaron Sorkin. So he worked with Sorkin on Sports Night, West Wing, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, all of which he directed and or executive produced.
I was going to say a lot of those are your jam.
Yeah, that's exactly right up my alley. And he was an important part of those shows. And he shot the pilot episodes of Sports Night, West Wing, Studio 60, and also shot the pilot episode of Spin City. And that's important because everybody may not know this, but in in TV series, you have a different director almost every episode. I mean, you may have someone come back and do like a handful, but every week there's a new director. So the director who shoots the pilot has a big influence on the visual look of the show as far as like
matches that.
Yeah, so they have a lot of latitude to kind of establish the visual language of the show. So you want that director to be somebody who really knows what the show is supposed to be and who's like really on their game. So when someone shoots a pilot episode, it's like kind of more of they're kind of like the originator of the visual style of the show.
Yeah. What about the writer? Other than Mike Myers, the original guy was Robbie Fox. Is that
so? Robbie Fox was the original writer, and then the production company that put the movie together, when they brought on Mike Myers, he liked the script, but then he wanted to like rewrite it, obviously.
Yeah.
And so he got together with one of his friends. He did like a full rewrite, and then they got into some. I think there was actually like a legal dispute over how their writing was going to be credited on the movie. Like before they even started shooting, they were all tangled up about who was going to get writing credits. And so
that's crazy.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of a little more what we heard with Wayne's World, where Mike Myers at this point in his career is probably just not that much fun to work with. Like the director even said, he's like, yeah, I mean, he was like nice about it. He was politically correct about it. He was like, Mike had strong ideas and he showed up every day and worked hard. And there definitely were times where we saw things differently and like all that bullshit where, he really was like wanted to murder him the whole time they were working together.
Of course. That's what I was going to say. There's a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of times he was just like, no, this sucks. I'm not going to do this anymore. But yeah, I mean, you stick it out and that way you make negative $22 million or however much it was.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that Mike Myers did that wrong because he went on to make several $1 billion on his other movies when he did have more creative control. But I'm just imagining it probably was not that much fun at this point in time to work with him.
And maybe if you gave him more creative control, you would have had a better romantic dark comedy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's never done a romantic comedy, so I don't know that he can. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know that can be a believable leading man for me.
Right.
Like John Cusack can be. Like he can deliver really funny lines, but I also can like believe him as an actor.
Right. Every time I see him, I'm not like, oh, there's Charlie. I'm like, oh, there's Mike Myers, and he's got the same haircut that JT did when he was 13. Like I see Mike Myers. I don't see the character. I did write that Robbie Fox did My Girl with Macaulay Culkin.
Nice.
And Runaway Brain, which is like a little Mickey short that Jake used to love. So those are the two things that I wrote down that I saw that he did.
I just had the Thomas Schlamme because he didn't do a lot of films. This was, I was surprised. I was like, hey, that guy. I get to talk about him.
Good TV, though. Good TV.
Did incredible TV stuff. Bonus good. The only one I had was that there was a scene where a current affair came on TV, and the current affair sound effect and graphics like hit me like a ton of bricks.
Dude, I put the exact same thing. I had mine in Old Tech Alert down at the bottom. But the current affair on old TV, I was like, "Oh my god, a current affair!" I forgot. Like
I can still hear the sound in my head, and I haven't thought about it in 15 years. And Mike Myers is watching TV while doing the Thigh Master.
I put that on there too.
Current affair comes on. I was like, "Oh my god, current affair!"
Dude, so if you would have heard that sound, would you have gone like, "I know that sound," and not been able to put it with the current affair? Or
I don't think I could have put it together.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I wouldn't have been able to. But man, as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, that's."
Some of them I could, like The More You Know, or like NBA on NBC. I could get those in a second, but current affair I wouldn't have gotten.
But I knew the sound because you're right. As soon as it popped up on that old TV, the old tube television.
All right.
But I got no other. I got no other good.
Yeah. Let's get to the worst. My first worst, as far as worst scenes, characters. I didn't really have scenes or characters necessarily. I did want to say when they went to their honeymoon at the hotel, 9:00 dinner reservations.
That's wicked late.
Hard pass.
Yeah,
no way.
Dude. Not only do I not like eating late because I'm old, I also have kids. 9:00 dinner reservation that's just silly.
Yeah, I mean, I like to stay up. I like to stay up later than most of my family, but yeah, now that we have a kid, it's like if dinner's not on the table at 5:20, people start looking real cranky. So the thought of somebody. 9:00,
dude. We've had 9:00 like dinner reservations because it was the only thing we could get at like Disney World.
Yeah,
imagine going to the parks all day, standing in the friggin' heat in Disney, standing in lines, riding rides, just
no chance,
worn out. Like my kids are just friggin' sleeping in the soup. They can't.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I didn't. I don't like being old, but I am old, and like if we have friends invite us out to dinner and their reservations are at 7:30, I'm like 7:30. What are you doing?
Yeah, don't make them for 7:30.
I don't sleep as good if I eat late. I have figured that out because I have a very fancy sleep tracker, and so I stopped snacking late at night, and I stopped drinking caffeine, and I sleep so much better.
Dude, no caffeine for me after freaking 1:00 in the afternoon, or I'm up. Yeah. And then don't eat chili or anything with tomato, like red sauce, red gravy. Forget about it. I'm freaking having nightmares the whole night. Dude, being old sucks. Everybody that's listening to this is probably old, so they know, but man, it sucks.
Yeah, if you remember this movie, you're also old, so you understand. But it's the worst, except for not being old, which means that you died.
Right. No, I like that. I like that part. Dude, I have, in worst effects, I always mention the rain machine. There was a rain scene. I think it might have been real rain. That's how good the rain machine was, if it was not real rain. So I wanted to mark that down. That's not the worst effects, but I had it under effects. So.
Well, I was trying to think of when they pulled up to the hotel for the like kind of last act set piece. There was a really cool looking sky behind them, and I was like, "Man, is that?" I was like, "That's got to be a matte painting," but it's so well done. I can't even tell. Like, I guess they painted the hotel too, because
the trees around the hotel in the background and the city in the skyline was all that was all matte painting. I was reading about it.
Yeah, because I wanted to shout that out because when they pulled up, I was like, "There's no way they caught that sky looking like that. That has to be a matte painting, but it's really well done."
Yeah, dude, I freaking, you know me, I love a matte painting. It's awesome.
Yeah, right,
dude,
old tech.
Old tech. I had the old computer that the cop used with like the green letters. She was just typing stuff like. And then when his cop friend's trying to figure out if it's really the axe murderer, and he's sending the picture, he had to fax the photo. It. Yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh, let me get this and check and see if that's it." And it's like grainy, and they're like, "Yep, that's definitely her." I can't believe that's how we did stuff back then.
I can believe that. What I can't believe is that I went to the doctor for my physical 2 weeks ago, and they were like, I was like, "Hey, I've had some blood work done since the last time I saw you guys. Do you want me to send it to you?" And they're like, "Yeah, you could fax it to us." I was like, "Let me just get my time machine and go back to 1997 and do that."
Yeah, dude.
And she was like, "I know, fax." Yeah, that's what there's like pharmacies, hospitals, doctors' offices. I was like, "Okay, but here I am, a regular human. Like, I don't even own a printer. How can I fax you?" And they're like, "We can email it." I was like, "All right, fine."
I did have one other worst though. There was a part where he was sitting on the roof, like reading something or doing something. And he had these freaking shoes that had like rubber soles, but they were like sandals on the top, and he had socks on. It was just really bad. And I was like, well, I guess he's like a beat poet in San Francisco, so I guess that kind of works out. But like,
he's zany, he's quirky, he's wacky.
Yeah, he's offbeat.
Speaking of bad stuff that happened on a roof, the whole last scene where the roommate's chasing him around with a hatchet, I thought was so long and so bad.
It was definitely bad, and there was a lot of cartoon style, like, am I going to fall? Whoa, 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 kind of stuff.
Yeah, they did the thing for like a full 60 seconds where he was hanging off the edge and she was swinging the hatchet at his hands, and he would just move whatever hand she was swinging for and then put it back. That's literally like some Wile E. Coyote shit. I couldn't believe.
Not only was it Wile E. Coyote stuff, but they drug it out. Like you said,
it took forever.
They did it way too many times.
And he would get away from her, and instead of just turning around and kicking her off the roof, he would just run. And then he ran, and he turned around, and she threw the hatchet at him, her only weapon.
Just watched it.
And he watched it come, and then when it didn't hit him, instead of just picking it up because it's right in front of him, then he has the weapon. He runs more, and she picks it up. It's like the whole thing
down and hits his junk on the pipe, like all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, that was such a bizarre like sequence,
super silly.
But you said
there's no more dad yelling at Heed anymore.
Heed pants now.
Yeah, So I got no more worse. What else?
All right, 5 questions. Is it okay for kids? What age?
Dude, some of it is mostly good. Okay for kids. My kids didn't watch it with me, but like, and I think there was only one F word in it at the very end. So I don't know. I think 10, 11. I couldn't decide.
Yeah, that seems about right. I guess this is one where it's like I don't care if my kid ever sees this, so I don't know that I have an opinion on that.
I'm gonna buy it for him for his birthday when he's 10.
Yeah, and that sucks because you'll always remember his birthday because it's your wife's birthday.
Right. It's awesome.
Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? Again, Mike Myers, he can make whatever he wants.
He'll definitely make whatever he wants. I don't think it would be a TV show. It has to be a movie, right?
Yeah, God. I don't know. I don't know I don't know what I don't like about this. I don't know how to fix it. So I'm having a hard time contemplating why would someone want to do more of this. But yeah, if Mike Myers wants to, he can, and he can make it a movie. He can make it a sequel. He can make it a TV show. He can make it a Broadway musical. He can do whatever he wants. Can you watch and enjoy this movie in 2023?
I mean, sure.
Yeah, sure.
How many more times you watch it total? Rest of your life? Twice?
One more?
Maybe? One more?
I don't know. If it's up to me, it's going to be probably 0.
Right. But now that everything's on YouTube and you can watch just those scenes.
Yeah. The weird thing about doing the podcast is that it makes me, when I watch the movie, I have a certain opinion of it. I make my notes. I score it. Like, we finish talking, and in 10 minutes, you'll go to bed and you'll never think about this again. And I'll spend a week editing it, and I'll listen to it 3 or 4 times through. And by the time I'm done listening to us talk about the movie 3 or 4 times through, I'll like the movie more.
I want to change my number.
Because now I'll go back and go like, oh, yeah, Doc Hollywood. I didn't like it that much, but I had so much fun talking about it that now I kind of want to watch it again because I remember us talking about it, and that part was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I
could have been a doctor.
Oh, man, check Hollywood for knives.
All right. So where do you find it? This is streaming on HBO Max, or I guess you probably can rent it, but I watched it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Next episode is Dazed and Confused.
What? Nice.
All right.
Dude, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
It's a long time since I've seen that as well.
That's not one I like frequently watch all the time, but so I'm excited. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
No, that'll be cool to go back and do that one.
Right.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review if you enjoyed what we're doing. Join us on Discord, or if you want to hear the full interviews from Sister Act 2, you can hit up our Patreon.
Do it, guys. I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's fantastic.
Hid! Move! Now!
Can you say Via con Dios in a Scottish accent?
No.
Can you do Keanu Reeves?
I can't do any accents. I can only repeat shit that I've heard people say. I have no ability to put an accent together on my own.
It takes a lot of practice while you're in the car by yourself, just talking to yourself.
Yeah.
So if the FBI ever bugs my car, they're just going to hear me practicing Scottish.
Vaya con Dios.
That sounded Hispanic. Yeah.
That sounded terrible.
I got the problem is I got to get into the Scottish accent before I say Vaya con Dios. No, I can't do it either. I'm out.
Scottish and Hispanic turn out to be pretty close together. All right.
Not
Doesn't matter.
Geographically.
I'm editing all this shit out.
Yeah, of course you are. All right. So that's the end. Vaya con Dios.
That's the end. Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review. And remember, don't drive angry.